If you don't feel your workouts, you're probably not building muscle. And this is how we're gonna fix that, even if you don't have much time. Same idea as the last video, but now the goal shifts. This isn't about just completing reps. This is about creating tension. You're still using the clock, but now you're alternating movements every other minute, chest and back today. So you're always working without full recovery. That's what makes this so effective when you're short on time. Instead of long rest periods, one muscle group works while the other recovers just enough to go again. But the key is how you perform the reps. Slower control, better positions, and actually feeling the muscle do the work. Most people lose the stimulus because they rush through the reps, they rely on momentum, or they stop when it starts to burn. This fixes that. As fatigue builds, you're forced to stay controlled, and that's what drives muscle growth. And now you're creating metabolic stress in the muscle, that burn you feel, and that's one of the main drivers of muscle growth. You're not just moving weight, you're creating tension, and that tension is what actually builds the muscle.
If you don't feel it, you're not building it.
All right, after a 90-second break, we move into the second pairing, dips and chin-ups for this session. Same idea, but now fatigue is already building, so the tension increases a little bit faster. You don't need to go heavier here. You need to stay controlled, focus on your tempo, and keep the muscle doing the work. This is where most people start to rush, but that's exactly what you don't want to do. This is also where most people stop or are not willing to adjust how difficult the exercise is. Use assistance. Give yourself a chance to focus on rep integrity. Great reps are always going to help that muscle build a little bit more efficiently.
Stop just finishing your sets and start to make them count.
Then we finish with a faster paced finisher. Every 30 seconds, flies and tricep extensions without ever taking a full break. Now the rest is even shorter. The burn builds fast, and you're driving as much tension into the muscle as possible in a very short amount of time. This works so well for people because you don't have time to separate everything. You're building muscle, getting a pump, and keeping your intensity high all in one structure. No wasted time, no long breaks, just consistent work. Progression is simple, but you have more options than you think. Start with your main superset, incline press and row, 8 to 10 reps for 6 to 8 rounds, then move to dips and chin-ups for 5 to 7 rounds, and finish with a faster paced finisher every 30 seconds for 4 to 6 rounds if you can hold on. Rest about 90 seconds between each section so you can stay fresh, keep the quality high, and from there, you can progress this a few different ways. Add rounds, slow the tempo, shorten the interval from 60 seconds to 45 seconds, or increase the load slightly while keeping control. You can also clean up your execution, better positions, slower reps, more tension. If it feels easy, you're either moving too fast or resting too long. The goal is to keep the tension high and the rest controlled so every round actually counts. Pick one variable and progress it each week. Don't change everything at once.
You don't need more time. You just need to focus your time on those specific adaptations. And next, we're gonna go how to get into phenomenal shape using this same system. Never settle with yesterday.